So it's like 9:20 at night, and I have been contracting since, I don't know, like 12:30, I think, 12:40. I think that's what I said earlier, right? And these are definitely real contractions. I'm actually having one right now. I can technically still talk through them. They are definitely getting more intense. It doesn't matter if I am walking, bouncing, laying down. They're definitely real. I think I also had a little bit of bloody show. I have absolutely no idea. I'm not keeping track of these contractions at all. But I'm getting ready to go to bed and get some sleep. And hopefully by tomorrow we will have a baby. So it's 11:50. My water just broke. It's a really weird sensation. It felt like she kicked me, because it didn't happen during a contraction. So it felt like she kicked me, and then there was a pop, and then a slow trickle. So it makes me wonder if, supposedly your water bag has 2 layers in it, and it kind of makes me wonder if it was just the first layer that popped. I don't know. So I'm gonna go back to sleep, or at least attempt to. We'll update you guys a little later. Okay, mini update. It's only about 10 minutes later. Actually, it's about 20 minutes later. It was definitely my water, because I just stood up again and I had to go change. I'm wearing the little Depends, because I only have one set of sheets. So I don't want to soak my sheets, so I'm wearing these Depends to bed to try and prevent that from happening. Anyway, I stood up and I soaked another Depends, so definitely my water. So it's now 12:10. Yeah. I also just want to mention how strange it is for my waters to have broken. Because with Neil, it happened like right before pushing started. So I don't know what to do. I don't know, it's midnight. I don't know if I should message my midwife, or, because the contractions haven't gotten any more intense. So I don't think that I'm in the same stage when my water broke with Neil. It's a normal color. It doesn't smell. So like everything's normal. Whereas with Neil, it broke right before he came. I had meconium in my water. I had fetal ejection reflex. Like none of that is happening, thankfully. Because if she wasn't here, we'd be in a lot of trouble right now. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. My midwife came last night to check on baby in the middle of the night. My doula came because my contractions were definitely getting more intense, definitely getting closer. And then everything just kind of like really slowed down. So everybody went home. I just slept for the last couple hours. I'm debating on getting up or sleeping some more. Because I have been up. I was up from midnight to 6 a.m. I feel like I'm working through it.
I like your mama shirt.
Okay, so a little bit of an explanation. Because I'm sure that you all know that I was planning a home birth. So Thursday around noon, I started contracting. And I labored. Contractions picked up like later that night. My water broke. And I labored through the night until about 6 a.m. when everything just kind of completely came to a halt. I didn't contract at all during the day on Friday. And then Friday night around 10:30, I started contracting again. And I continued at home until about noon. I want to say 11 is when we kind of made the decision. The reason that we made the decision to go in was because over the last like 3 or 4 hours, after contracting for all that time, I wasn't making, like, she just wasn't descending at all. We couldn't figure out why. So I was exhausted. The back labor was terrible, which with a breech birth, you shouldn't have back labor. So we decided to go in, and I knew that if I went in, I was going to have a C-section. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was terrified, absolutely terrified. C-section went great. The only thing was the shaking afterwards. Thankfully, my doula told me up front that that shaking was normal. But man, I had absolutely no idea how bad the shaking could possibly be. And there's like nothing you can do about it until you get out of the OR. So that was pretty rough. I hate the fact that I have been stuck more times in my life being here right now. Obviously it was just a very medicalized procedure. I had a C-section. I had major abdominal surgery. So I'm taking things day by day. Healing is way different than I was expecting it to be. But I'm glad that I made the decision, because I really don't think I would have made it any further than I did. Like, I was already kind of pushing at that point. Also, the amount of nurses that come in to check on you and take your blood pressure and like constantly take your temperature and her temperature. It's a lot. I won't lie to you. It's not what I planned, obviously. But I'm happy about it, you know, like I wish that I could have continued with the home birth, but I knew that I hit my wall, right? Like, you have to make informed decisions for yourself and your baby and your family. And as much as I would love for every single person to have the experience of having a home birth, because I do think that it is an absolutely beautiful experience, understanding what you need, the options you have, and the experience that can come with that, I think is way more important. I've always thought that, but I am still a huge advocate for home birth. It was a hard decision to make. My entire birth team hugged me because they knew that this was the last thing that I wanted. But she just wasn't descending. Come to find out, she was apparently sunny side up. So not only was she breached, she was sunny side up, which apparently was preventing her from descending. They also claimed that it was because she was 2 pounds bigger than Neil, and my body wasn't meant to handle that, and I think that's bullshit, but whatever. I know, it's why I was having so much back labor. I mean, and I truly do believe that that is the biggest reason why she wasn't descending in the way that she needed to be descending. So, there you go. Born on July 2nd of 2022 at, oh goodness, what time was it? 12:58 p.m. And she is 8.5 pounds. So 1.5 pounds bigger than Neil and 1/4 inch longer. So, and her umbilical cord is gigantic. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if Neil's cord was missing a blood vessel or what was wrong with it, but her cord is huge. So we've been nursing. I got my catheter taken out. I'm off IV fluids. My blood pressure was really low after coming out of surgery. Not like scary low, just low enough that they really felt like I needed some extra fluids. So I got a lot of fluids, let me tell you. We're eating, and Tyler and I are taking shifts of skin to skin because she won't sleep any other way, just like her brother.